Divisional round playoffs, baby. Divisional round playoffs here on Lit Sports Online. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Isn't your team on the bench for the divisional round?
Yeah, let's talk about
Taking a seat on the couch. The Rams are trash. They are who we thought they were. Trash.
You know, sometimes special teams can just cost you a game, and I think that's what happened here. Is a couple fumbles early on, bad momentum, couldn't recover from it.
Jeez,
an uninspired offense, and yes, we saw the Rams lose, and at least there's something to build on for next year.
Wow.
Get further than the wild card round. What can I say? I didn't expect this to be a big year for my team, so they outperformed expectations, but wild card, that's just not good enough. But anyways, what's our first spread game?
First game, yeah, try to slide off of that one. First game is actually the 4:35 game on Saturday. It is the Atlanta Falcons travels to Philly to take on the Eagles. The Eagles are plus 2.5 at home.
I'm going with the Falcons. I seriously think the Falcons are actually going to go somewhere in the playoffs and at least pass the Eagles. Eagles with Nick Foles, I mean, the only thing that scares me about them is the defense. The offense doesn't scare me anymore. Falcons have been here before. They've gotten a win all the way to Super Bowl last year. They have the experience in the playoffs. I think they have the edge.
Yeah, I mean, Nick Foles, Nick Cannon, Nickelodeon, Nicki Minaj, Nick Nack, Paddywhack, give a dog a bone. Falcons by 7. Done.
I actually thought you might have sided with the Eagles there.
No, I can't, honestly. I mean, I just don't know if Philly is ready for it yet. I honestly think the Falcons are probably going to be the better team out of the two. It's going to be a close one. That's why they give them a 2.5 spread. But I don't think Philly's going to win. That's just my prediction. Next up, we have Tennessee travel New England in our probably one of the biggest playoff spreads I've seen in a while. New England has a negative 13.5 at home.
I'm taking the Titans, man. Are you serious? Minus 13.5 in the playoffs against a team that's not even bad? I mean, no, I'm going with the Titans here. I actually think we could actually see the Titans pull off a miracle and actually win the damn game. So I'm going to take the Titans and not even have any concerns with it.
Yeah, this is a trap bet here for all you gamblers out there. Let's be honest here. The Titans are a legitimate team. I think they're decent enough. I don't know if they will win, but the way the Patriots have been playing, just honestly, let's be honest here. The Titans aren't the Jets, and it's not going to roll over. No, they're playing to get to the Super Bowl, and they proved that last week. No, I'm going with the Tennessee Titans. The Patriots will win this game, I think, but for sure the Titans are going to cover this spread. There's no question.
Covered it last week, playing the Chiefs in their own stadium. No reason they can't cover a wider spread against the Patriots.
Yeah, I got all the hopes in Marcus Mariota right now. Next up, our Sunday game, 1:05. Jacksonville travels to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers, where the Steelers have a negative 6.5. Now, the last time these two met, Jacksonville won. What do you got?
It's actually a really tough call here. I mean, because last time the Jaguars, like you said, the Jaguars played the Steelers, picked off Big Ben 5 times. Just
5 times.
Crushed them. You know, I think I actually will take the Jaguars.
Ooh, wow. Well, you know, I'm not a firm believer in lightning striking twice. And I do have the Steelers as my potential pick to go to the Super Bowl, not necessarily win it. I'm going with the Steelers. I mean, yes, the Jaguars' defense is something like I haven't seen in a very long time, but I don't particularly think they're going to travel to Pittsburgh. I don't think they're going to beat Pittsburgh twice in the same year. There's just no way. I mean, the Ravens couldn't even pull it off, and we barely got beat by them in that last game, but that's enough said there. No, I think Pittsburgh's going to go and have a very remarkable victory and go on to the AFC Championship.
Well, there's something to be said about, you can't just have recency bias and say that, because the Jaguars picked off Ben 5 times, they're going to do it again.
Yeah.
No, they're not going to do it again.
Again, lightning doesn't strike twice.
But at the same time, I'm looking at this from, if the Jaguars dominated the Steelers last time they played them, what's to say they can't cover a 6.5-point spread? Make it close.
That's possible, but again, I honestly think the way to you have Antonio Brown coming back. You heard what the man said. He's going to be 100%. I don't think they're going to have a problem. I think that Pittsburgh's going to look at the film. I think they've been studying film for the last probably week and a half now. They've been studying it they know who they're going to play. They knew between the two teams they're going to play, and they probably were looking forward to taking Jacksonville because they lost. That's just how the Steelers are. I don't think they're going to lose here, man. I don't think it's going to be a close game, honestly. That's just my bet, man.
All right, we'll see.
Next up in the final game, New Orleans travels to Minnesota to take on the Vikings, where the Vikings have, a surprising -4.5 on the spread.
Yeah, and the fact that they do have a -4.5 does make this a little harder to make the pick, but I am going to go with the Vikings. Out of all the teams that are remaining, I think they're actually one of the stronger teams, and I think that the Saints coming into the Viking Stadium might get a little more than they bargained for.
Because our fellow co-host is at home sick, Chris would say, Drew Brees. New Orleans Saints, man. Honestly, I have it predicted that it will be New Orleans and the Steelers in the Super Bowl. That's honestly my pick. And I think New Orleans has a great enough offense to be able to go into Minnesota and actually get some good points. I think they're going to cover this spread, and I think they're going to walk away with the victory to travel to the NFC Championships to destroy the Falcons next week. Book it.
Well, I think out of all the teams remaining, the Vikings are the ones that I want to see in the Super Bowl. But yeah, I mean, again, the 4.5 spread does make this interesting. Mm-hmm. I could definitely see the Saints maybe only losing by a field goal.
Yeah.
Or obviously, you think they're going to win the game. But we'll see what happens. I think the Vikings bring the strongest defense to the table, perhaps other than maybe the Jaguars, arguably. It's just a matter of Case Keenum. Can he still keep playing well? That's what we're gonna have to. That's gonna be the factor.
I think honestly the biggest factor this week will be Case Keenum, but you cannot deny Drew Brees, the true veteran, in this one. I think honestly, what better way? I wouldn't be surprised if Drew Brees is looking at retirement. Let's be honest, the guy's getting old. What better way than to get to the Super Bowl and end it all? Pretty sure that's what he's thinking about right now. And for that very reason, I think the Saints are going to rally behind him, and I think they're going to break off and continue winning throughout. Dare I say, maybe even win the Super Bowl.
Guess we're going to find out. So that does it for the divisional round here on Lit Sports Online. Hope you enjoyed the picks against the spread for this week. We're still going to keep doing it for conference championship round and also the Super Bowl, so stay tuned.
And don't forget to hit that like button down below and also subscribe. And also turn the little notifications on so you can watch our videos and get notified when we put up new videos in the future. Take care.